Hello and a very warm welcome to all the viewers of 3.0 TV. This is Manoj Dara with Mr. Paolo Montessori, CEO of Prepay Nation. Sir, welcome on 3.0 TV.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here.
So since we are talking about Prepay Nation, so if you could just run through what this project is all about and what you intend to achieve going forward from the Web3 ecosystem, which is reeling to the crypto winter.
Prepay Nation was established over a decade ago, okay? And the fundamental basis of Prepay Nation was to deliver digital value cross-border. Okay, we started obviously with telecom products, helping migrants primarily send top-up, airtime, data, etc., back home to their family, back, where they came from. The interesting thing now is that with, let's say, the evolution of the crypto environment, right, we see our products, our digital products on our ecosystem as being a fantastic off-ramping opportunity, let's say, right? The reality is that, as we start to see this, let's say, more dispersed usage, even in this region, right, we start to see people, that are coming from emerging economies, right, on the, working class, working in camps, etc., that are using crypto now, and they're engaging, let's say, through our customers, let's say, which are, retailers, different apps, et cetera, marketplaces. They can plug in now and they can utilize, let's say, our digital products, including telco products, including gift cards, vouchers, paying their bills back home, et cetera, right? Using, let's say, crypto as an avenue. Right?
Fantastic. Since we're talking about the Prepay Nation and its role, what's your involvement in the MEA region and what kind of value Prepay Nation is going to bring as far as, the new crypto adopters are concerned?
Yeah, so we came into the MEA region just over a year ago now. Okay, we actually celebrated our 1 year from our launch just last week. And we started, let's say, working with our traditional customers, right? Which are money exchange houses, etc. Right? But however, what we found bringing on teams, so we have some team members now that actually come from a crypto background that have joined us, right? And accordingly, using their expertise, their experience, their knowledge, etc., we now have more and more understanding of how we can actually adopt our solution offering that we've developed over the last decade now into working more into this, let's say, segment or this vertical. Yeah.
Paolo, since we are talking about the Web3 ecosystem and its road forward, and there are a lot of other initiatives, which your company has taken in terms of ramping, since you have already mentioned about it. The initiative is already there. But what do you think? What's the way forward for the crypto market? Because we are seeing, as we speak, today is the World NFT Day. We have seen volumes coming, off highs. A lot of concerns in the Metaverse sector as well. There are a lot of pump prime activity that is actually happening in this Web3 ecosystem. Cryptocurrency volumes are down. So how do you see this, phase? What are the different, suggestions or strategies you will recommend going forward?
Look, I think that, for the majority of the population still, the actual practical use of a cryptocurrency hasn't really gotten there, right? The way we approach it is we look at practical use, right? And that's why for me, that's kind of off-ramping opportunity, right? By giving people access to an opportunity to actually not monetize, but utilize that crypto, right? In the end, we really focus on how can we facilitate very small value, frequent transactions, right? The reality is that using fiat currency in a traditional international money transfer mechanism is still a very expensive exercise, right? So crypto is an opportunity, let's say, in order to, go across to the masses now, right? And there's still a lot of work to do, but if we can leverage now, let's say, the practical usage of that, the crypto piece itself becomes kind of inconsequential. It doesn't become this barrier of what is crypto, right?
Since we're talking about, the broad base of stablecoin sector, so we have seen less money has been parked in the stablecoins because of the obvious reasons. The extended crypto winter, projects are not picking up, a lot of bad events. Traditional market is not doing well. There is a dildo impact on the riskier assets such as cryptocurrency market. So how do you see this, these factors impacting your business, and what is the road ahead?
Look, as I said, we have a traditional business that we've been running for over a decade, right? The reality is that for us, the crypto segment is nascent, right? That's the reality, right? We do everything we can, I think, in order to try and influence, as I said before, kind of the practical use cases of why crypto is a good avenue for the general users to get out there and leverage, right? That, for me, is let's say our mission, right, is we have to send that message out there and really show what are those practical use cases whereby rather than going to an ATM, pulling out fiat currency, going to an exchange house and trying to send money back home, how can you, engage with a crypto wallet and have access to real practical use cases and real practical products to leverage in order to get, a low cost, high volume, instant transaction in place. And for me, I think that's the battle that I think as an industry we have to focus on, right? I think that the segment of usage, let's say in multiple coins, etc., has been really quite limited, right? Now what we want to do is try and bring it down to the masses. So in this region, right, when I start to see that there are, migrant workers in camps here that, are leveraging crypto, right? For me, that is a massive step forward, right? Because now we start to get mass adoption.
Paolo, one last question before we let you go. Since we are talking about a broad initiative, what's the road ahead, say maybe 2 years down the line for your company? And during this journey, what are those sectors you think that will really do well going forward?
Well, that's crystal ball, right? I mean, the reality is, when we do our strategy sessions, we look at, I think a very core component of our day-to-day business is looking for usable, practical, desirable products, right? As I said, we were really focused historically on telecom product, right? Because it was just such a mass adoption around the world. It was used by all, right? But now I think we have to get more regionally focused on what are the practical, usable products that specific segment or that specific community uses, right? For example, if somebody wants to be able to send a pharmacy voucher to their grandmother in India versus somebody that wants to be able to pay a water bill in Nigeria, right? So for our perspective, I think it's very important that we're on the ground here in the Gulf region. We're really trying to understand what are the use cases and what are the desires of the individuals, so then we can offer that product out there and people can leverage different payment mechanisms, including crypto, in order to leverage that product set.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, sir, for talking to 3.0 TV. It was a pleasure having you. You spoke really well about the strategies, what is the road ahead, and what is the actual problem your company is trying to solve. Thank you so much, sir, for being part of this interaction. Thank you. Pleasure.